Hey everybody, we're in the kitchen today right now. It's morning time here in the Ozarks. We got the smoker going, we got oak, we got cherry, a little hickory we're going to be smoking with today. When you roast them, a roasting pig like this, my God, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Very, very awesome experience. We got the pig out of the cooler. He's been in there 3 days. What we're going to do now is we're going to clean him up, get him seasoned up, get some rub on him, oil him up while he's on the smoker, and we're going to go through the whole process today. The best thing that you can do is just always try to keep everything clean. So you realize you're going to be eating this, so you want to keep everything clean and sanitary best you can. So what we're going to do next is, after you get him out of the cooler, he's going to be a little stiff, and you got to get him moving around because he's cold. He's a little stiff. So get him on the counter, put some foil all out. Just try to keep things clean and not make a mess, or your wife might not be happy. So then take him upside down. This is where we cut. This was where we bleeded him out. And like you can see, I was discarding some wound stuff, anything that does not look right. Like if you see some stuff like this, so the first thing you do after we gutted him, this is where your jowls is. You got your jowl right here, but you want to split him all the way up to the rib cage, and you want to get these rib cages open. So if you see any discoloring, like I said, do a little trimming. Like, see this blood here? Let's do some trimming. Trim that off. Get the trimming going. Anything that looks like from a wound, getting cleaned up. Get it out of there. Anything you can see it's not worthy, get it out of there. Just like that. Clean him up. And the Kunekune, he's got fat on him. So now what you want to do is you're going to want to get through that breastbone. So right here, let's open him up a little bit. If you got a knife, a regular knife, so you can get through this bone, just like that. Get to that, like that. Just kind of open him up. So what you're going to do is, you're going to get him open best you can, just like that. Get him open and stretched out. Just like that. So the reason why we want him open like this is so we can get some seasoning in there. And we're going to season him up. You might have to pop a few ribs there. So when you get to that point, what you want to do is grab your couple paper towels and just start pat drying them. Just like this. Any excess blood, water. Want to keep everything super clean. And then what we're going to do is, I like to take some apple cider vinegar and water. 50%. When I barbecue and smoke, I do 50% apple cider vinegar, 50% water. You can take some apple cider vinegar, give them a little squirt. Reason why I do this, reason why you should do this, and you can just use straight vinegar. This prevents any kind of E. coli bacteria or anything that you're going to be. It's just a safety precaution, to be honest with you. Vinegar kills bacteria. So you can do this, you don't have to. It's just a safety precaution. Not necessary, really. You can if you want to, but during the smoke, when I'm smoking meat, I always like spraying and spritzing. When your meat starts drying out, you need to spray it on that smoker. Keep things going. But you won't be able to spray this much unless you're going to flip the hog. And today, he's so big on my smoker, we're not going to flip the hog because he's so big. So what we're gonna do next is get you some olive oil. Get you some olive oil. Dump it all over him. Get your hands in there. Move the olive oil all over him on the inside. And a lot of people, and you can, I'm not doing it today, you can get injection. You can get injection and start injecting into these shoulders and these hams. The loin, you can inject with an injection with like some apple juice or whatever you want to use. Now get your olive oil rubbed in there good. So what we're using today is Kinder's Rub Tequila Lime. I don't know if you can see that real well. And then we're going to use some Kinder's, I love this stuff right here, Kinder's seasoning, garlic, salt, and pepper. Never used the Tequila Lime. We're going to try that on there today. I think it's going to be a real good hit. So, oh, it smells great. So let's go heavy. Take your rub. I mean, you can even open up the other side if you want. Just don't waste it. Just be generous. Don't go light. Load that baby. Get all in there. All them cracks. Get the rub in. Tequila Lime Hog. What the olive oil does is it just helps to rub. Take. It's a binder, you know. You can use mustard. I think this is going to be delicious. Tequila lime. Oh man, oh man. Like you can see, I'm going heavy. Go heavy. A lot of this is going to drip off. Fat's going to drip while it's smoking. Well, it smells delicious. All right, so what we're going to do next is, you can see I was very generous. Get it all in there. There's even some lard. Get it all in that cracks. Nice and rubbed down. We're going to take this other stuff now. Garlic, salt, pepper. Add a little garlic in there. You can use whatever rub you like. This is what we're using today. Just get him going good. Now, because you know the skin kind of doesn't let the smoke get in through as much, so you can flip him over during the cook and let that smoke come over the top of him. It's totally personal preference. I got a reverse flow, so the smoke kind of goes both ways. It goes underneath and on top. So pat him down. Pat him down. Get the rub patted in. Just watch out, you got sharp edges on there. Get rubbed in. That's why they call it rub. Being from Kansas City, you know, we like to barbecue. But look, boom, boom. Smack it in there. That's what rub is. Rub it. Rubbing down. All right, guys. Looks beautiful. I mean, look at that on the inside. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, just absolutely beautiful. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to flip him over. You can take, so you get him in the position we're going to smoke him on the grill. You can take some olive oil during the whole cook. We're going to be taking a brush. A lot of people, some people take, you can spray on, and you want to keep that skin moist. You know, you want to keep that skin moist. We're going to do it as we go. You can take what's left over on your hands and that seasoning, that olive oil, and you can just rub him down. Matter of fact, you can take a little more if you run out. And just Rub him down, skin and all. Get the olive oil everywhere. So kind of give him a good massaging. Both sides. We're ready to go on the smoker. We are outside in the barbecue pit on the Oklahoma Joe. A little handy dandy smoker. It's nothing high professional, but it's a really good smoker. We're cooking with hickory, oak, and a little bit of cherry. I do like hickory. I like mixing them. Hickory, oak, and cherry is really good. Or you can do oak and cherry, but we got some really good oak wood right now. It's just amazing wood. So I'm going to show you what we do out here on this pig. You got to brush it. You got to keep it moist. You want to make sure you got a nice little water pan in there if you can fit it. I couldn't get a water pan in here because it was barely could fit a water pan in there. But let me show you what's going on here. As we go forward out here cooking. And here we go, y'all. As you can see, look at that color. Real pretty color. Real pretty. So you want to get you a brush, some olive oil, and then every now and then just take you some olive oil, or some, you can get some in a spray can or just a brush. I like a brush. And for those that like ears and snout, you can put foil over these. I don't eat them, so I don't care if they burn. Some people do eat them. If you like eating that stuff, cover them up with foil, or they will turn black. See this wrinkle? Doesn't always get all in there to smoke, but main thing is you want to brush this baby. Keep it brushed, keep it moist, keep it shiny the whole time. See, it's getting darker and darker as you go through. But that's it. That's all you got to do is then just baby this thing. 225 to 250, maybe 275 at times. I wouldn't go 275. Try to stay between 225 and 250. That's probably the money sweet spot. So, see, good. That's where you want it, and that's what you want it looking like, just like that. Smoke rolling, hog on the smoker. It don't get better than that, boys. Ozark style hog on the smoker, and that sucker barely fit. Look at that. That's how we do it, baby. The oak, the cherry, the hickory has been doing its work, and we're out it. Let me show you. Look how beautiful that looks. Look, if you can take you, see this? Look at this. Take your thermometer probe. We're at 180 right now. Look what happens. Look what happens. Whoa. Whoa. See that? This is what I'm talking about. So you come over here, you find your hole, make a few holes, because you want to check the shoulders and you want to check the hams. See, that shoulder's only 160. So you always want to check. We got to get the hams and the shoulders at least 190, 200. So let's check this hole here. 70. You want to have one in the loins. 74. Have one up here in the neck. See, make you a hole. Pop. 140. I mean, it's 145 is what you want for pork, but if you want it to pull, you want 190, 195 to 200. So instead of using olive oil, did you see the juice that are coming out of here? Look at this. See all the juices coming out? Look at that. That's rendering. So what you want to do is, look at this. At this point, when the hog looks like this, you don't need that olive oil. You can use its own juices. You can use its own juices. And you can rub it down with its own fat. Its own lard. Because it's got plenty. You know what I'm saying? So rub that baby down with its own juices at this point. My God, is this baby looking delicious. Look at this. Let's take a scan of this thing. With the smoke. With that smoke. Homegrown food. Look at this. Delicious. Wait till we flip this baby over. Bring it inside. Share it with family and friends. It's going to be a beauty. Keep the oak and cherry rolling. Y'all, this is what it's all about. Growing your own food and feeding your family. Well, everyone, after a long night cook, it's dark out, it's late. We spent all day. I'd say I got 13 hours in cooking this bad boy on a smoker. The whole house is filled with the aroma of oak and cherry and hickory, and it just smells so good. A lot of learning experiences behind this situation. You know, we had done this before, you know, and I would suggest if you ever do a piglet, they are phenomenal as you get them a little bit bigger. You know, young and small, they're okay. They're really tender and good, but this one, hands down, this one right here, 100 pounds, it is phenomenal. Just an absolutely delicious decision. So if you're ever going to do this, try to get them more towards 80 and 100 pounds. I think you'll find out that the results are extremely better. Ready to dig in and share it with friends, and can't wait. And I hope that everyone could try to do this on themselves on their own homestead, learn from this. And if you have piglets that have injuries or need to be culled that aren't breeding stock quality, or you know, because you don't want to be selling animals to other farms that aren't breeding stock quality. So if you have that situation, my best suggestion is to go ahead and cull them and feed your family and do well, and also have good input from your customers. So a good breeder will also not just think about himself, but also will think about the people he's selling pigs to. So, or animals, or cows, or sheep, or goats, or whatever, because that's the direction we need to go. You know, we're actually looking after the animal, and not just ourselves, and we're also looking after the people that buy animals from us, so that we all can get along and do what's right. So that's the mission we're after. And I honestly think that during this video, a lot of people had interest from this, and I understand why. Everybody has a lot of piglets and animals they can't sell, or that just have issues, and this is the direction that you need to go. You need to cull, you need to butcher, you need to smoke, you need to eat, you need to roast them, do something like that. So let's check out the product. I mean, it is just something. Look at this. See this? Hear it? I mean, nothing but deliciousness. So what we're going to do is we're about to dig into this bad boy. Let's cut this baby open, find out what's inside. Find out what we're dealing with. Oh, I need it. There we go. Now, this is the whole entire ham. Look at this. The ham is really good, and we didn't get it all the way to 190, but it is just like pulled pork. And considering we have a Kunekune, has a little bit more fat, but what a delight this is on your plate. Now, how would you like to give this to your family or your friends? Pork. It's what's for dinner.